Hello everyone, it's King here. We are finally at the Great Hollow, and I bring you so many skips today. All of the skips I could find. Surprisingly, this map is not very friendly to skips. But anyways, we have a few to share, so it's okay. First, let's check on the birds, because in this new map, birds are really well placed to fly around the whole area. But of course, there are also bird skips we will try. This one is a bit obvious, but if you take the bird at the south, and you fly next to the crystal, you can drop on the crystal, of course, so give it a try, it saves a lot of time. But the very same bird can also take you to the underground area if you keep holding right. You only need to press descend when you are getting closer to that, or else you are going to hit the wall. If you wait a bit more and then hit descend, you can get on top of the place where you find one of the blue crystals, so you get value out of that. You can also use the previous bird to fly to the central boss area. Just hold left and hit descend as soon as you are closer to the area. If you don't hit descend, the game will do it for you, but it's more reliable if you do it. And if you ever notice, the southern bird has enemies nearby. You can manipulate the bird by locking onto those enemies. However, this is an exploit that may be patched soon, so be careful. Use it to drop on central boss area, but this time I'm going to keep flying so you see when the flight ends. From the other side you can climb to the crystal and jump from this particular spot to land directly on the boss area. If you are interested, you can also do that way in reverse. Just from the boss area, climb the crystal and keep going. But what if you aren't close to the birds? There is a Spiritspring you can use that you can locate next to the jellies. So find the jellies, jump down, and you can jump to the central boss area. Now, can we do this in reverse? It would be great if we could, and there is just the jump for that. It is a tight jump, so be careful. You need to climb to the outer border of the crystal and locate this particular spot. Then aim for the Madness Tower and jump. You need to jump at the very edge. I warn you, unless you are Iron Eye, of course. It is important to aim to this particular corner here because you will just barely make it. This one gives you access to the underground church where you can duplicate weapons after having defeated many bosses, so this is a great skip. And the last way to leave the central boss area is to use another Spiritspring to this time jump to the right and save time. Of course, you could just jump normally, but if you aim for this ledge, you can grab onto it and skip crossing. Now let's get to the final boss area, the Divine Pillar. If you go around this path, at the very end you can just drop down to the balcony and you reach it. You need to be running or you won't make it. There is also another bird for this. This time wait for the bird to gain altitude, and as you get closest to the pillar, hit descend. You will safely fly to the final area. You could try to drop down, but it's not as reliable, so be careful. What about those towers where you fight bosses? Can we skip there? We actually can, but this is a special case. The idea here is to defeat the boss and immediately run outside. Because outside you have a Grace and a Spiritspring. The Spiritspring outside will update every time you defeat a boss and will reach higher. So every time you can go outside, jump to the Spiritspring, and go to the next floor. Just remember that the second floor is a bit slower, but this is the North Tower. Here it doesn't matter, this is faster every time. And you can make it even faster by skipping the Grace, but you won't be leveling up, so be careful, you need to battle after that. The Southern Tower has a different geometry, and this time the Grace is a bit further, which is a problem. You'll still be quicker than those using the stairs if you did perfectly, but there is another way to complete it. After defeating the boss, go to the Grace that will spawn there, use it, then take the dormant power and immediately go out. That way you can skip the Grace and just jump to the next floor. You have to be careful because if someone starts the boss battle, you won't be able to use the Spiritspring, it closes. And you can also drop on the Spiritspring after you are done with the tower to leave faster. But in the case of the tower at the north, if you follow this path, you can reach the castle and continue running. This gives you access to the window that will take you into the mage building, or a Spiritspring that will make you skip part of the castle and go directly to the center. Another thing you can do in this castle, if you are the main entrance, is to get inside, go to the right and climb to the rampart. From this tent you climb onto the stone arc and keep jumping onto it. Southern Castle also has something similar where we can just climb to the top area. There is also an alternate way for this wall if you come from the other side, but the same idea applies. Climb to the frozen pillar and then grab to the ledge to go to the top. And you have this other wall where you will find an enemy that I recommend defeating. I'm going to distract them here, where you just climb the left side until you reach the top. And if you're at the entrance, just jump down, you will find a Spiritspring and you won't believe it, it will take you to the top easier. You just need the boss to be here in order to get value out of these skips. Moving back to the center of the map, there is a broken bridge here that you can climb from each side. You will recognize it because of the merchant that is nearby, and you can also climb this part of the crystal to get on top of it. It is not the best entrance, but it's a bit quicker this way. From this area next to the Madness Tower, this is a bit obvious because you can already see it on the map, you can just drop down to this crystal and reach the center. Now, do we have anything at the ruins? Well, we have a few things. Every time you see these kind of pillars, know that you can climb them just by not holding forward. For example, you can climb from here if for some reason you refuse to use the Spiritspring that will do the same, but you can use the technique to get on top. What you need to know about the ruins is that at the top there is a room that has up to 3 metal chests, each one of them containing good loot, and if you go down from here you will find 2 corpses that also have interesting loot. But you can also, from that position, climb back up. The best way is to go down and never climb back, but if you are already at the corpses, you can just go to the chest. And for the last one we have the underground glowing ruins, where you can drop onto them from the side. This is in reality really difficult and you just want to take the normal path and defeat the boss that is waiting there. So those were all the skips I could find in the new map, in the Great Hollow. Some of them are already known, but many of them are new. So give them a try, practice a lot, and I hope to see you in this map. Hopefully doing the skips with me, of course. King of SA, signing out.